Namaste. Dear soul, today, I want to invite you into a thought that might transform the way you look at your entire life, especially its pain. What if the very suffering you are running from, the very pain you curse, the tears you shed in the darkness of night, what if all of that was actually grace? Yes, you heard me right. What if suffering, as unbearable as it feels, is not a curse, but a hidden blessing, a force of divine compassion pushing you toward awakening? Stay with me, dear listener, because what you're about to hear could change how you see your destiny forever. In the philosophy of Sanatana Dharma, suffering is never seen as meaningless. It is never random. It is never a punishment from a cruel God. Our ancient sages understood something profound, that pain is the greatest teacher. It is through pain that the illusions of life are shattered. As long as things are comfortable, we do not question, we do not look deeper, we do not break free from our attachments. But when life breaks us, when our dreams collapse, when betrayal stings our heart, suddenly we wake up, we begin to ask, who am I? What is the purpose of this life? It is in that precise moment, my friend, that suffering becomes grace. It is a divine alarm clock, shaking us awake from our spiritual sleep. In Hinduism, we do not see God's grace as only blessings of wealth, health, or worldly success. In fact, the greatest grace of God can come as a painful event that cracks open our ego. Look at the great tapasvis, the yogis, the saints. Did they find enlightenment while lying on a soft bed? No. They found God through struggle, through deprivation, through fire. Our gods themselves teach this. Shiva, the destroyer, meditates on cold, bare mountains. Devi, the fierce goddess, appears in terrifying forms like Kali to remove our ignorance. Krishna lets Arjuna face war so he can rise in wisdom. Why? Because suffering polishes the soul. Like a diamond, you cannot shine unless you are cut. Like gold, you cannot purify unless you are burned. Maybe you, too, have been wondering, why is this happening to me? Why is my heart broken? Why am I being betrayed? Why does fate seem so cruel? Listen closely, because the wisdom of karma says, nothing is random. Your soul has come to this life with certain lessons it must learn. And sometimes, the only way to learn them is through pain. If a child puts their hand into fire, the fire burns. Is the fire evil? No. The pain teaches a child never do it again. Similarly, the divine uses pain to teach us, to heal us, to redirect us toward the path of truth. When things fall apart, the illusion of control is shattered. Your false identity, the ego, begins to break down. This is grace, because until the ego is broken, the true self cannot shine. That higher self, the Atman, is beyond all fear and suffering. But the ego, made of pride and attachment, has to collapse before you can discover your divine nature. You see, dear listener, grace does not always come with a gentle hand. Sometimes it comes as a thunderstorm, but even that thunderstorm is love. So, instead of asking, why me, ask, what does this pain try to teach me? Instead of cursing God, Ask, how is God trying to awaken me through this? Because the moment you change your question, you change your destiny. You stop being a victim. You become a seeker. Pain transforms into power. Loss transforms into wisdom. Suffering transforms into grace. Think of Lord Rama, exiled to forest, stripped of his kingdom. Was it suffering? Yes, but it was also grace, for it led him to destroy Ravana and fulfill his divine purpose. Think of Draupadi, humiliated in a royal court, her dignity torn away. Was it suffering? Yes, but it was grace, because it gave her the power to stand up for Dharma and change the course of history. Great souls are not born great. They are forged through struggle, through divine suffering, through the fierce grace of the universe. So, if you are hurting right now, if you feel lost, alone, broken, hold on, not with anger, but with trust. Tell yourself, this too is grace. This is a divine chiseling away my illusions. Cry if you must. Scream if you must. But remember, after the storm, the lotus blooms. After the tears, the soul awakens. I invite you now, dear listener, to close your eyes. Breathe. Feel your pain. Do not run from it. Sit with it. Offer it to the divine. Say, "O divine, if this is your grace, let it transform me." Breathe again. You are being purified. You are being guided. You are being reborn. Never doubt this truth. What looks like your destruction may actually be your liberation. What feels like punishment may actually be protection. Your suffering is not a sign that God has abandoned you. It is a sign that God is closest to you, sculpting you into your highest self. Trust the process. Trust the divine. Trust that even in your darkest night, you are being loved beyond measure. Om Shanti. May you walk forward in courage and faith, knowing that even your deepest suffering is the greatest grace. If this message touched your heart, share it with others, so they too may find meaning in their pain. Remember, dear soul, you are never alone on this path. You are guided, held, and loved. Always. Om Shanti.